Yo, good morning, America and the rest of the world. Xander J. Hobson here, stand-up comedian and entertainer, director and producer of boxing documentaries, and internet troll to those who need trolling. This here is another episode of The Devil's Advocate, brought to you by the Brilliant Artist Movement. So before we go any farther, right, subscribe, like this video, hate this video, share it, and leave a comment in the comment section. It could be something positive like, hey man, keep up the good work, or the hell up, getting sick of your black ass running your mouth. But you just know, if you say something slick and greasy in my comment section, I'm gonna get you. And if you one of these punk motherfuckers who like to try to turn off your response, I'm gonna track your ass down. And I'm going to leave a remark in your comment section, either on your YouTube page or your Facebook page, but I will find your ass. So you think about that before you say something slick to me and turn off your comments. Let's get out the Rudy Giuliani prosecutorial glasses, because I am court is in session. And as a devil's advocate, I am now the advocate for one hardcore Tito. Now, I've been watching some commentary on hardcore Tito, starting with my man, Grandmaster Troll, Reg the Bad Guy, Taz, and a handful of other people. And I was listening to Grandmaster Troll talking about hardcore Tito, when this young man, Grandmaster Troll had an entirely different subject that he was discussing. And this young man came on there and he vigorously defended hardcore Tito. I believe this young man's name was Gotti, that got on there and was defending the name of one hardcore Tito. And right away, my eyebrows went up. And as I listened to this young man passionately and vigorously defending the name of one hardcore Tito, I thought about how I defend Dr. Umar Johnson against anyone who dares to talk slick and greasy about Dr. Umar Johnson. So if I can have the same vigor and passion about Dr. Umar Johnson, I have to respect this young man's vigor and passion about hardcore Tito. So let me look into this hardcore Tito cat for some trolling. See if I could add my 2 cents and throw shit on the name of hardcore Tito like everybody else. But after I started watching hardcore Tito, a lot of his commentaries, I found out that I like this man, hardcore Tito. First of all, I like the name. Okay, let's just put that on the table right there. Hardcore Tito. Say it a few times. I like how it sounds. Hardcore Tito. Okay. So, as I was checking out hardcore Tito, of course I had to go and check out Reg the Bad Guy. Reg the Bad Guy trying to be a friend of hardcore Tito, until the women started coming down on Reg the Bad Guy for promoting hardcore Tito. And for the record, hardcore Tito is a registered sex offender. He has a past. And I heard hardcore Tito's commentary on what happened. Hardcore Tito said he was 17 years old and he was banging a chick that was 14, and the shit went south for hardcore Tito. And you know what? A 17-year-old banging a 14-year-old, that really isn't as bad as it seems. Now, for the purpose of full disclosure in this conversation, when I met my son's mom, I was 16 and she was 12. But she lied to me and she told me that she was 15 years old. And going on that right there, I was in a relationship with this woman that would not only become the mother of my son, but also the grandmother of my granddaughter, And while in this relationship, I learned after being with this woman for about 6 months that she was only 12. So how can I, in good conscience, shit on hardcore Tito for being with a young lady who was 3 years younger than him, when the mother of my son at the time when I met her was 4 years younger than me? Had my in-laws decided to pursue criminal charges against me for statutory rape, I could be a sex offender right now under the same banner that hardcore Tito was arrested under. So for that reason alone, I can't shit on hardcore Tito. Now, understand that hardcore Tito has some issues, and again, please understand, I don't sign off on any of that. What hardcore Tito did was wrong, and if hardcore Tito was arrested for these crimes and he served his time, hardcore Tito paid his debt to society. Now, please understand, I'm not signing off on violence or the hatred of women. I love women, and I hate men who don't like women, and I hate men who abuse women. But the flip side of that is this: hardcore Tito made a mistake, and because of the mistake that he made, he had to go to jail. And because I like to believe in the goodness of people, I believe that hardcore Tito was rehabilitated, and after he was released, his debt to society was paid. Now, that doesn't mean that hardcore Tito doesn't have to gain the trust of society just because he went to jail, paid his debt, and was rehabilitated. No, he still has to gain the trust of society. But from my perspective, I choose to give hardcore Tito a shot with my confidence. I choose to believe in this man because I believe in the goodness that's inside of people. It's just like when a lot of you guys, ain't nobody out here perfect. You have people that go to jail, and when they get out, they can't get a job because people want to judge them on their criminal background, and they should be judged on their criminal background, but they should also be given a second chance. We live in America, people, and the one thing about America, as Americans, we love a comeback. We love a comeback. We love for a guy to fall and then rise again. And again, in the case of hardcore Tito, I choose to believe in the goodness in people, and I choose to believe in the goodness of hardcore Tito. See, the whole purpose of this video, right, for me being the devil's advocate, folks, I want you to understand, whether you like hardcore Tito or not, once a person goes to jail and they are released on the conditions of A, their debt to society has been paid, and B, they have been rehabilitated. And from what I've observed in all the videos, I'm satisfied that this man has been rehabilitated. Now, I'm going to go on record saying some of my favorite people in the world are murderers, cutthroats, and thieves. Okay? I even got a handful of guys I know who were rapists and sex offenders. And again, these are guys that I grew up with. And although I don't like the fact that they are sex offenders, these guys are my friends, and they paid their debt to society. And on the strength of the fact that their debt to society has been paid, then guess what? I'm mindful of what they done, but guess what? their debt to society was paid. And because their debt to society has been paid, they should be allowed to live a peaceful life and earn an honest living based on the fact that their debt to society has been paid. Now again, you can choose not to do business with or like people like hardcore Tito. That is your privilege. We live in America. Just like you might choose not to like a gay person, or you might choose to be prejudiced, or you might choose to have harsh feelings toward women. You can have harsh feelings toward hardcore Tito and men like hardcore Tito, but that still doesn't change the fact that hardcore Tito's debt to society has been paid. Some of my all-time favorite people have been to jail. Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, Don King, Bernard Hopkins, Dwight Muhammad Kwame. All of these men are criminals. All of these men are criminals. However, once they were released from jail, they were released from jail on the terms and the conditions that their debt to society was paid and they have been rehabilitated. Now again, this isn't to say that they still didn't have to earn the trust of society once they were released from jail. Now, in the case of Riz the bad guy, he seemed like he tried to be a friend to hardcore Tito until the pressure started coming down on him. Now understand that a lot of these guys are making a lot of money off of YouTube. And because these guys are making money off of YouTube, they have to protect their platform. Well, I'm not making a dime off of YouTube. And because I'm not making any money off of YouTube, I can take the stance that I take. But I really wish that Reg the bad guy and hardcore Tito could come to some kind of truce between the two of them, because Reg the bad guy did try to be a friend to hardcore Tito, but again, owing to the circumstances, he folded under the pressure. And please understand this, I am not a manosphere guy. I'm a fucking mercenary, and I go where the commentary takes me. Okay, so this is why I'm even on this channel right here. You know, this ain't no promotion of the manosphere. So with that said, right, as I get ready to wrap this video up, because there's no need for this video to be long, hardcore Tito done some things in his past that he went to jail for. And once hardcore Tito was released from jail, his debt to society was paid. Now please understand, I'm not signing off on anything that hardcore Tito may or may not have done. I am signing off on the fact that hardcore Tito's debt to society has been paid, and because hardcore Tito's debt to society has been paid, hardcore Tito should be allowed to live a peaceful life as long as he follows the rules of this civilized society that we live in. I'm done with it.